Hey everyone, welcome back to Bahal Recap. Today we have a beautiful romance drama movie from 2011 titled Onday. Let's dive into the story. In 1988, London, a group of students were caught up in the wild excitement of graduation night. Some were full of hope for the future, while others were restless and aimless. The main character, Dexter, was a carefree young man with a reckless attitude, looking for a one-night stand. Soon he set his sights on a girl named Emma. Their brief interaction quickly heated up, and they were ready to mark graduation with a night of passion. At Emma's flat, just as things were about to get intense, cautious Emma suddenly got nervous. She excused herself to the bathroom to freshen up. In truth, Emma was a kind-hearted, traditional girl who'd secretly admired Dexter during school. She wanted to look her best, but only ended up feeling awkward. After she finished fixing her underwear and opened the door, Dexter's passion cooled off. Just as he was about to put on his pants and head home, Dexter had to explain himself. The planned one-night stand didn't happen. Instead, they fell asleep as friends, holding each other. The next morning, Dexter and Emma went to a hilltop for some fresh air. Emma believed they would definitely be friends, but Dexter wondered why not fix what was lost the night before. When they reached Dexter's apartment, they unexpectedly met his parents. This encounter heated things up but then cooled off. Dexter saved all of Emma's contact info and made a pact to meet every year on July 15th. After graduation, Emma, from a working-class background, dreamed of becoming a writer and making her mark in London. But her path was tough. She settled for a job at a small restaurant, busy and stressed with little income. Both her career and love life were rocky. A guy named Ian, who chased her endlessly, even worked part-time at the restaurant to stay close. On that July 15th, after work, Emma called Dexter to share her struggles, but the distance made it hard to connect. Dexter was in India dealing with a teacher hooking up with a student, clearly unable to relate. Left with a dropped call, Emma quietly whispered, "I miss you." A new year begins, and Dexter has returned to London, landing an internship at a TV station. Meanwhile, his girlfriends keep changing, but Emma's still working in a restaurant to make ends meet. Seeing this, Dexter feels a deep jealousy brewing inside. He's confused about Emma's situation and urges her to keep writing, but financial struggles leave her with no real options. On July 15th, 1992, Dexter takes Emma on a beach vacation. Along the way, they set some unwritten rules. Sleep separately, no nudity, no intimacy, no flirting. But these rules quickly fall apart. For instance, while sunbathing, Dexter starts rubbing sunscreen on Emma's back. That evening, Emma admits she's had a crush on Dexter since their school days. She recalls some of the things she said, but sadly, Dexter doesn't remember a thing about her. Slightly tipsy, they both strip down and go skinny dipping. In this moment, Dexter reveals a selfish, flirtatious side, suggesting they keep it physical, since it wouldn't mean anything and they could walk away unscathed. Emma snaps, shoves him underwater to vent her frustration. They head back to their lodge that night and share a bed, still tangled in a vague, undefined kind of closeness. Another year passes, and Dexter's career hits its peak as he signs on as a TV host for a tasteless late-night show. But the good times don't last. Dexter's life spirals out of control with drugs and excess, leaving him drained. To make matters worse, his mother is diagnosed with cancer and has only a few months left. His father insists he go home to see her. When Dexter's mother watches his crude show, she feels crushed, realizing he's wasting his life on meaningless things. Her hopes for a respectable, loyal, and cultured son are shattered, and she sinks deeper into despair. So Dexter's father took away his luxury car and cut off his financial support. Their relationship seriously deteriorated. At his breaking point, Dexter tried calling Emma to vent, but she didn't answer, because she was out on a date with someone who had been pursuing her. Emma thought it was time to move on and try a fresh start. On July 15th, 1995, their lives shifted. Emma quit her restaurant job, became a teacher, and started living with Ian. Dexter's mother passed away. Lost and aimless, Dexter continued spiraling, his once popular show now tanking. That day they only spoke on the phone, with Dexter griping about being known as the worst host on TV. Emma could only offer her patience and comfort. A year later, they agreed to meet at a restaurant. Dexter mocked Emma's carefully styled look as old-fashioned and conservative, even calling teaching a job for losers. For the first time, Emma confronted Dexter directly, calling him a low-life host. Though Dexter apologized right away, it was too late. After an embrace, Emma walked away without looking back. They lost touch for 2 years. By 1999, Dexter was fired and became a nighttime drifter. With his father's help, he met a wealthy woman, and they planned to marry soon. Emma wasn't better off. She discovered love poems Dexter wrote for her, and learned he'd always loved her deeply. They had a huge fight that day and parted ways quietly. Emma returned to being single. Later, she attended a friend's wedding, where she ran into Dexter, who was rebuilding his life. Their relationship thawed as they chatted on the rooftop. Dexter revealed he was about to get married and have a child. Surprised, Emma hugged him warmly and wished him well. After that, they went back to their separate lives. By 2001, Dexter was a father, but his low income diminished his role at home. During the day, he did odd jobs at a restaurant, shedding his old arrogance. At night, he devoted all his time to his daughter, striving to be a good husband and dad. But his wife, used to a privileged life, couldn't handle his career struggles, which strained their relationship and led Dexter to lean on his close friends more than ever. On July 15, 2003, Dexter lost everything. After agreeing on a divorce with his wife and going through life's ups and downs, Dexter finally realized that Emma was the one who truly fit him best. But when he finally made the difficult trip to Paris, things didn't go as planned. Dexter went to find Emma, hoping to settle their feelings. But over the years of hard work, Emma had become a famous best-selling author and was now seeing a French pianist. She had cut her long hair, becoming more refined and captivating. Unexpectedly, Dexter grew insanely jealous, annoyed by how easily Emma interacted with her French boyfriend along the way. In fact, Dexter knew deep down he could no longer have Emma. So, when Emma invited him to her boyfriend's show, a strong sense of insecurity pushed him to leave. But during the performance, Emma felt a deep emptiness and started reevaluating their 15-year relationship. In the end, she changed her mind. Just as Dexter was about to leave, Emma rushed forward, gave him a deep kiss and turned to embrace him. After weathering so many storms, the two finally got together. In the following 2 years, Dexter prided himself on opening a well-regarded bakery, while Emma, unsatisfied with her achievements, kept pouring her energy into writing. Although their plan to have a child never stopped, Emma could never get pregnant, which remained their only regret as a couple. On July 15, 2006, tragedy suddenly struck. That day, Emma planned to meet Dexter after work. Riding her bike through the bustling streets, her life was cruelly taken by a speeding truck. The happiness they had was gone in an instant. Dexter lost all his emotional support and plunged into the darkest point of his life. Emma was gone, and within a year, he was broken, drinking heavily, getting into fights, and ending up beaten in bars. It was then that Dexter's father gave him his strongest support. He told Dexter he needed to face life with the same spirit Emma had while she was alive. Dexter worried he couldn't do it, but his father replied from experience, "I lost my wife too, just like you did. But haven't I managed to get through it these past 10 years? On July 15, 2011, Dexter takes his daughter hiking. He tells her that Emma used to be his best friend, and now she's his daughter's best friend. After many ups and downs in life, Dexter has grown into a grounded middle-aged man. He's slowly coming to terms with the painful reality of his wife leaving, and he'll always treasure the wonderful memories he shared with Emma. That's it for today's recap. If you enjoyed the story, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and join me here on Bahal Recap for more movie journeys. See you in the next one.